On this channel, we discussed many times how to move to Norway. I even gave you some advice on how to move to Denmark, neighboring country. So today, the day has come, and we are talking today about how to move to Sweden in 2024 in this video. Hi guys, I'm Anna and welcome to my channel where I'm talking about happy and successful relocation to the country of your dream. I spent more than 3 years living in Norway and currently I live between 4 countries: England, France, Italy and Norway. And today I want to discuss with you a very interesting subject: how to move to Sweden if it's the country of your dream. By the way guys, where you're from, what you do for a living and why and exactly where you would like to move. What's your main reason why you decided to leave your current country and try your happiness somewhere else? You know what to do? Let me know in the comments down below or approach me directly via email. I will be really happy to know who we have here, what sort of society. But today, so exciting subject, and moving to Sweden in 2024. Same as all over Scandinavia, starting your life in Sweden, being from non-European country, is not quite straightforward. But as everything in your life, it also can be done. At the end of 2022, Swedish population passed 10.5 million people living in Sweden, which happened for the first time, the highest population of Sweden ever had. And the most interesting fact that of those 10.5 million people, 20% were born outside the country. Currently, more than 24,000 American citizens living in Sweden. A mixture of professionals, experts, students and American Swedish families. Were you drawn by the politics, Russian British speaking here, culture, or you just love outdoor lifestyle, or you simply desire to understand yourself, this amazing balance of your life and work, and understand the basic of famous Scandinavian happiness. Sweden is truly an amazing choice, but it's far not for everyone. Guys, moving to any country is always so different. It's not the same as visiting a country for a week, enjoying all these tourist attractions and facilities. It's far not the same as living in the same country day in and day out. Among those million things to know before you actually move to a new country, you really need to start learning Swedish if you want to feel truly like at home. You need to understand the cost of living, the difficulty of obtaining the housing there, especially if you're planning to move to Stockholm, the capital of Sweden, how local taxes will impact your personal finances, how the healthcare system works, and all those unwritten social codes. But first of all, let's talk about moving to Sweden for Europeans. Swedish membership of the European Union makes it so much easier for people coming from the European Union. Yes, being a citizen of any of European country makes your move to Sweden very straightforward. And it seems very easy to relocate, at least at first. You will need a proven source of income to stay beyond 3 months, at which point you must register with Swedish tax authorities. If your stay will last more than 1 year, you will get a Swedish national ID number. Very necessary for most practical matters, for example, opening a bank account, renting or buying your apartment, or even joining a gym. And vital subject number 2, if you decide to move to Sweden from outside European Union, or moving to Sweden for everyone else. In most cases, citizens of other countries will strictly need a work permit to move to Sweden. They strictly require a signed employment contract with a monthly salary of at least 13,000 Swedish krona, which is approximately $1,250 US, or on a par with the Swedish collective agreement or industry norms, where if it's higher. Obtaining a job offer without already living in Sweden is the biggest obstacle, even for highly qualified individuals. It's a straightforward for any Swedish employer to hire not just a Swedish national, but anyone from more than 450 million residents of the European Union area. Aside work permit, the most common way for the Americans to move to Sweden is, of course, via family immigration. You may be granted a residence permit if you are married or have been in a relationship and living together with someone who are currently living in Sweden. Study permits are also available for all people who are planning to undertake full-time study in any universities all over Sweden. Previously, Sweden didn't offer a residence permit to non-European residents seeking employment or even wanting to start their own business in Sweden. Now it's been changed, but it still doesn't really suit everyone. As I told you many times, if your case is individual or you're planning to move to Sweden and have some other questions regarding your case, please let me know in the comments down below. Or if you feel more comfortable having a private consultation with me, this is my email address, also all my contact details in the description to this video. Please approach me directly and I will be happy to consult you in private and make the best possible way of your relocation to any of Nordic countries of your choice. But now let's talk about Sweden's new job seeker visa, which was introduced just recently, a few years ago. This new job seeker visa is specifically designed to attract high caliber professionals, the sharks of their industry, to Sweden. And of course, applicants need to possess advanced degree, at very least master level or equivalent, be able to financially support themselves throughout this period and have a comprehensive health insurance that includes emergency care and repatriation for medical reasons. While it's valid for 3 months, it can, upon application, be granted for up to 9 months. But it's only an individual permit and it doesn't cover any other family members. Another difficult question and finding a place, the right place for you to live in Sweden. And guys, it's really a wise move to accept any assistance your potential future employer in Sweden might offer you, at least to begin with. Municipalities all over Sweden run waiting lists for accommodations as well as for rental housing. And believe me, it might take a very long time for suitable accommodation to become available. Even if you might pay more this way, it will take a lot of stress out of the notoriously difficult process. For everyone else, guys, I highly recommend you start searching for some relevant groups in social media like Facebook groups or Instagram for people coming from different countries living currently in Sweden. All over Scandinavia, people rent very often rooms or whole apartments this particular way through groups. Just make sure you always get a signed contract, especially if you've been asked for the deposit. And if you think that no scam is happening in Scandinavia, I mean housing scam, let me know if you are interested in this subject, because the cases of actual accommodation scam is becoming a vital in Norway all around. And if this is something you would like to know more about, let me know in the comments down below. And I promise I will film my next video specifically for this subject, scam and what to avoid while you're trying to rent your accommodation in Scandinavia. And if you're used to living in a spacious detached house, you should adjust your expectations to much smaller apartment living conditions. Guys, always remember the transport system works perfectly all over Scandinavia, including Sweden. And if you can just reach your working place using trains or metro or any sort of public transport, just rely on it, you will be absolutely fine. But remember, the best way to save your highly earned money is to move a little bit outside city center and just include this commute in your daily life. And especially if you're following these new trends and it's possible with your profession to work remotely, work from home sometimes, you really don't need to stay in city center and spend this amount of money just for accommodation. And for those of you who are planning to stay in Sweden for a long time, just remember that after 4 years of holding your valid residence permit, it's possible for all non-European citizens to apply for a permanent residence permit, which means that you can live and work in Sweden indefinitely with no need to constantly renew your work permit. But if you had held a different kind of permit, your required time for getting this permanent residence permit may be slightly shorter or longer, depending on your case. Unfortunately, there is no specific retirement residence permit available in Sweden, which means that all non-Europeans who have this idea to retire in Sweden will, generally speaking, need to obtain this just normal residence permit by working in the country for at least 4 years before they can obtain this permanent residence permit. Guys, I really hope that I managed to cover all vital and major subjects about your relocation to Sweden, but still, if I missed any of your questions, Option number one, you can always drop a comment in the comment section down below and I will be happy to get back to you. Or if your case is special and very particular, please approach me directly using this email address. I will be happy to schedule a private consultation with you. For now, thank you so much for staying with me today. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope I will see you in my next videos. Enjoy the rest of your week and I'll see you soon, guys. Bye for now. Bye.